World Channel. Today, we have explored civilizations from level 0 to level 3 together. Below, I will summarize the core essence of these civilizations once again. First is a Type 0 civilization, equivalent to humanity's current level of development. At this stage, humans exploit all available energy sources on Earth but have not yet achieved global unification. Resources while maintaining complete control over the planet. A Type 2 civilization is a stellar civilization, capable of efficiently harnessing and utilizing all energy sources within its planetary system. This civilization is distinguished by its creation of devices that simulate grand stadium spheres, while also harnessing energy from stars. A Type 3 civilization is a galactic-scale civilization. At this level, the required energy output would be sufficient to harness and utilize resources across an entire galaxy where such a civilization exists. At this level, we can already perform spatial jumps. However, executing longer jumps requires an enormous amount of energy. But a Type 3 civilization still lacks the capability to venture beyond the galaxy, so it remains a civilization confined within galactic boundaries. And level 3 is the final civilization in the Kardashev scale, but in reality, it doesn't stop there. Civilizations never cease to advance forward. So what will civilizations beyond level 3 be like? What Kardashev deemed impossible has become reality. Humanity has reached level 3. The foundation of this great evolutionary leap is energy technology. This is the fundamental principle that helps us gain deeper insight into later advanced civilizations. A level 4 civilization is one capable of exploring the entire universe. At this stage, humanity has expanded its presence across galaxies and infinite space. Harvesting energy from stars in different galaxies no longer satisfies us as it once did. They roamed the galaxy in small spacecraft, searching for greater sources of energy. And then, they discovered the mysterious neutron stars. These are a few giant stars that have reached the final stage of stellar evolution. After a long time, the giant star exploded into a supernova and then vanished, once the fuel in its core was exhausted. Here's how you can imagine it. A neutron star is the collapsed core of a supergiant star, with a total mass between 10 and 25 times that of the Sun. But it was shrunk down to the size of the Everett sphere when compressed into a glass orb, akin to compressing Earth into a sphere with a diameter of 22 meters. If a person stood on a neutron star, the tidal forces would instantly crush their body into an atomic state. And when the neutron star reaches its limit, do you know what happens? The supernova explosion began, releasing an instantaneous burst of energy. The bright, twinkling stars we see in the night sky may be the lingering light from supernova explosions that occurred billions of years ago. So how bright is a supernova explosion? Scientists have calculated that if a supernova explosion were to occur right at the location of the Sun, this ratio is calculated based on the distance from your eyeball. The brightness of this explosion was 9 times greater than the light emitted by a detonated hydrogen bomb. Such extreme brightness indicates that an enormous amount of energy was released in that instant. And a Type 4 civilization harnesses energy from those supernova explosions. Harvesting energy from these explosions is far more efficient than the effort of searching for the largest stars in the galaxy. However, every 100 years, only about 3 to 5 supernova explosions occur in each galaxy. Therefore, to fully harness the energy, we must predict and swiftly install collectors of these soon-to-explode stars. And that's how a Type 4 civilization solves the energy problem. The difference between a Type 4 civilization and a Type 3 civilization lies in the fact that a Type 3 civilization is capable of creating artificial black holes. However, these pits are very small and cannot sustain prolonged activity due to the lack of a sufficiently large energy source. But a Type 4 civilization had discovered an energy source powerful enough to create and sustain artificial wormholes. It serves as a transportation corridor, enabling travel to every corner of the universe. They need to harness the powerful celestial bodies in the universe, such as the immense gravitational fields created by black holes, to make the leap through space. Utilize the natural gravitational pull of these universes to position jump stations as fixed ports or airports. Not stopping there, level 4 civilizations go even further, surpassing even the study of the sound of Trump. Inside, they discovered a strange type of matter, one with negative pressure. Imagine, if you use this substance to pop a balloon, it wouldn't burst into pieces but simply shrink instead. This is an ideal material for generating natural propulsion. This material has the ability to absorb vast amounts of energy emitted from supernova explosions, making it suitable for sustaining artificial wormholes. The Type 4 civilization has gained near total control over the energy output of stars across the universe. With this advanced technology, the Level 4 civilization has reached the multiverse, a realm once considered inviolable due to its infinite capacity for expansion. There, they will see a colossal disc-shaped structure with a diameter of up to 93 billion light-years, the very universe we live in. They eagerly crossed the boundary and ventured toward the other side of the universe to explore what we once deemed impossible. There, we will witness the expansion of the universe and realize that it is a spherical space endlessly expanding in an infinite loop. But those erratic leaps still couldn't escape this universe. The Type 4 civilization once felt empty and lonely, as its technological advancement seemed to have reached the ultimate threshold. Therefore, the majority of Level 4 civilizations during this period gradually declined and degenerated. They began expanding their territory by waging wars everywhere, even using modern weapons to destroy weaker civilizations. Gradually, most Level 4 civilizations will eventually vanish. Very few civilizations can surpass their own limits to reach a Level 5 civilization. A Type 5 civilization is one that masters multidimensional space. This is considered a divine-level civilization, capable of transcending all limitations of time and space. This is a Level 5 civilization, where artificial intelligence harmoniously blends with their own unique culture. Level 5 civilization has reached new spiritual heights. The consciousness of all civilizations is interconnected, forming a vast network of awareness. This conscious network is formed by the fusion of a quantum supercomputer and transcendent artificial intelligence, while fully integrating the entirety of human consciousness. On this platform, people can learn together, share knowledge, and contribute to the development of super artificial intelligence. There, independent consciousnesses in the universe will interact with one another and instantly absorb knowledge from each other. From there, a vast source of knowledge will emerge. As this network of knowledge continues to expand endlessly, the Level 5 civilization has reached the peak of development attainable by its material foundation. A supernova explosion with this level of energy is no longer sufficient to meet their needs. So, they have turned to seeking a greater energy source. Thanks to the continuous upgrades of the quantum network, a Level 5 civilization can now compress multiple stars into one by controlling their decay process. They can compress vast quantities of stars, even shrink them down, to create a new superweapon capable of annihilating entire civilizations. That weapon is like nuclear weapons in our Level 0 civilization. Elevating the spirit of a Level 5 civilization also helps them reach the pinnacle of morality. War has never occurred on such a scale. A Type 5 civilization possesses the ability to control the collapse of stars, meaning any star can be compressed into a neutron star. When a supernova explosion occurs, it forces atoms to fuse together, creating new elements. The white gold necklace you're wearing today is actually the product of a supernova explosion that occurred billions of years ago. Many precious metals like gold, silver, and platinum in the universe were formed through such violent explosions. Because supernova explosions are extremely rare, in all civilizations from Level 0 to Level 4, gold remains one of the rarest elements in the universe. But upon reaching a Level 5 civilization, supernova explosions can occur at any time, making gold an extremely common metal. A Level 5 civilization can use gold as a common construction material in place of iron and steel. This material makes structures magnificent and incredibly impressive. To expand the development space for their Level 5 civilization, they began merging the Sound Nutter Dong region with the Black Lake area. Black holes are actually very common celestial objects. In the universe, each galaxy may contain over 100 million black holes, but naturally occurring wormholes are extremely rare. The merger of Sound Nutter Dong with Ho Den is an extremely rare occurrence, as Level 5 civilizations possess the ability to control energy harvesting and can even shrink Sound Nutter Dong. Therefore, the integration of Sound Nutter Dong with Black Lake is something that a Level 5 civilization could easily achieve. The event of a neutron oscillation star, sound nutter dog, releasing energy as it approaches a black hole is considered the most intense phenomenon in the universe. The energy emitted from this event is equivalent to hundreds of millions of quasars. This energy level can meet the diverse developmental needs of a level 5 civilization. Star sphere. Black holes are the most terrifying entities in the universe, celestial bodies of terrifying power. They devour everything in their path, from Type 0 to Type 4 civilizations. Even other black holes cannot escape them. Essentially, a quasar is a phenomenon of a galaxy's abnormal activity, containing the brightest star in the system. At the center of the quasar lies a supermassive black hole, releasing energy equivalent to nearly 1,000 times the total energy emitted by all the stars in that galaxy. Comparing the energy of a supernova explosion to that of a pre-supernova, pre-supergiant, explosion is like setting off a firecracker next to an atomic bomb. Thus, the Level 5 civilization continues to advance relentlessly. They have successfully developed antimatter engines, accelerating cosmic exploration and drawing closer to the speed of light. According to the Kardashev civilization scale, levels 0 to 4, no object can achieve faster than light speed. As an object approaches the speed of light, its mass progressively increases and asymptotically approaches infinity. However, in a level 5 civilization, scientists discovered that the space-time around the spacecraft could be accelerated to the speed of light. With this method, when the spacecraft is stationary, the surrounding space moving faster than light will carry them back to the past. Thanks to this method, the spacecraft crew can travel back to the past, but they can only observe without interfering with the timeline or setting foot in that moment. This means that even if you reach a level 5 civilization, you still cannot change the past, as it is an immutable law of nature. However, this offers significant benefits when studying history. Therefore, you can learn about a certain civilization in the past and discover what happened to them. For a level 5 civilization, Trang's film will directly utilize real-life footage from actual events. If you had the chance to experience this service, what from your past would you most want to change? Share your answer in the comments below so everyone can see. If we apply the same principle as the time travel of a Type 5 civilization, you could absolutely go to the future, but only to observe, not to interfere or change anything. A Type 5 civilization possesses the ability to transform Earth from 3-dimensional space into 4-dimensional space. They can not only reverse time to return to the planet's past but also travel to its future. This is the most remarkable feature of a level 5 civilization. The ability to create life from life itself, nearly limitless, coupled with boundless energy. They started with certain galaxies, creating life on a specific planet, transforming a barren world into a habitable zone capable of forming Earth-like life and placing it in orbit around a sun-like star. They created the atmosphere and the oceans, then another star carrying the seeds of life plunged into the ocean. During the development of this planet, there will be protection as well as appropriate interventions. It could be said that a Type 5 civilization is like gods to Type 0, 1, and 2 civilizations. They not only create life but also guide humanity both spiritually and philosophically. Isn't this just like our modern-day folktales? But the gods from this level 5 civilization must have also wondered, have they truly reached the highest peak yet? They replied that it wasn't yet, because there exists a far more advanced civilization. They called it a Type 6 civilization, one that exists in a parallel universe. A Type 6 civilization not only possesses the characteristics of a Type 5 civilization but also gains the ability to travel across multiverses. This is also one of the key components that form a transcendent god-like civilization. Only a handful of Type 5 civilizations turn back time to return to the past. Here, they uncover transcendent insights about humanity's higher-level civilization. The passage is inspired by the concept of a Type 0 civilization, suggesting that to advance to a higher level of civilization, humans must transform their bodies into electronic energy forms. To achieve that, an enormous and pure energy source is required. It is called dark energy. Even during the Type 0 civilization era, humans were aware of this form of energy's existence, though it could neither be seen nor touched. Their existence can be detected through gravitational fields. However, this remains too vague. After billions of years of research, humanity still hasn't been able to uncover the true nature of dark matter and dark energy. Therefore, even though all theoretical physics research had been completed in their level 5 civilization, they still couldn't uncover the mystery of dark energy. The discovery of dark energy was beyond their capability. In reality, dark energy exists at an extremely high level. Only superior advanced civilizations can perceive the presence of this form of energy. At that level, gravity can permeate through multi-dimensional space. Therefore, civilizations at a lower level of development may be able to detect the presence of dark matter, but remain utterly powerless to influence or uncover more about it. In this vast universe, all that we can perceive and observe are the stars and galaxies. Many studies indicate that only about 5% of the universe consists of ordinary matter that humans are familiar with. Dark matter makes up 25%, while dark energy accounts for up to 70%. Evolving to a level 6 civilization, in their final stage, they had discovered it. They discovered that the true force governing the universe is dark energy. This is the most immense source of energy in the entire cosmos. With the support of this supreme energy source, the level 6 civilization has unlocked the path to parallel universes. Dark energy is the cause of the universe's expansion. When two universes draw near each other, expanding until they collide, they will form supermassive black stars. As a result, black stars act like gravitational sinks, increasingly drawing in more parallel universes. This way, a level 6 civilization could ultimately prove the existence of parallel worlds. Here are the two English translation options, choose one based on context. That world was merely a product of imagination. In those worlds, they could see countless versions of themselves existing in parallel universes. Really weird, ISN. In a Type 6 civilization, energy and matter can be mutually converted, giving rise to independent universes. When entering a parallel world, they can adapt to all physical laws, no matter which dimension that space belongs to. A level 6 civilization will transform consciousness into living experiences to pass down to lower-level civilizations. They envisioned a future life in a less advanced civilization. Good or evil, poor or rich, all will eventually reveal their true nature. They can also experience their own dreams, joys, and sorrows through early civilizations. They are like omnipotent beings. All other civilizations are but ants beneath their feet, to be commanded at will. They possess the capability to construct a level 5 civilization, one that had already mastered the creation of life long before. They even surpassed the divine beings. But they suddenly realized one thing. No matter how many parallel universes they could travel through, the number of those worlds would always remain finite. Explain was the reason for that limit. As all parallel universes fade away one by one, when this entire universe goes dark. All things in the universe follow the cycle of birth, existence, decay, and destruction. Nothing can escape this supreme law of creation. A Type 6 civilization is founded on the existence of an energy form that can be considered perpetual. But when all universes perish, death still awaits them. Is there any civilization more advanced than this? And have they achieved immortality? We possess the most advanced civilization, the level 7 civilization. This is a civilization brimming with creativity, where every consciousness blends into a unified whole. Only one thing exists, and that is consciousness. No civilization can rival that of nature's creation, for it is a one-of-a-kind masterpiece. It can no longer be called a civilization. One can only imagine it as a wild, untouched land of creation. Creativity is the one and only source. It gave birth to all things and is the author of every natural law. It transcends all laws of physics, metaphysical principles, both the quantum world and the macro world. That truly is a magnificent masterpiece. It gives birth to life, creates the universe, energy, and even dark energy. It brings forth all things. All matter and energy in the universe were born from it. It created a universe that exists within this hyperspace. Are you thinking the same thing as me right now? Don't stop pondering. Keep on thinking. Have you realized? Your civilization seems to have reached level 7, the civilization of creativity.